Greetings. I hope this video finds you well and prospering. Hey, I wanted to share something because I've done this before, but I think it's needed even more now in this day and age, because a lot of people talk about inflation and a lot of people talk about the struggles and how they can't even afford transportation and homes now. So I want to share with you all how you can afford things and retire early. I set out and just decided as a young man that I would retire in my mid 40s. Yes, sir. Okay. I'm gonna go up here and pops when they come up here and grab water bill. That's another reason I wanted to retire early, so that I can assist both my parents, who are in their 70s now, still very healthy and active. So, which will lead me into, preparing yourself for retirement. So early in life, I wanted to retire in my mid 40s. So I retired at the age of 47 from full-time money earning. But I didn't retire from life. So, because I wanted to do some other things. I wanted to be freed up. So I can do stuff like what I'm doing now. All right, Dad, I got you.
All right.
What you got planned for the rest of the day?
In the bed.
That's what I'm talking about. Retire life. All right, so yeah, me and my dad, we share a water line. So I take care of the bill. So he don't have to bother with it. He give me his portion, I get my portion. We take care of it because we had to run our own water out here from the meter that the city put in. So that's another discussion, but yeah, you take care of your utilities according to the local laws. So I go and pay it so he don't have to bother, or you'll not pay it online. Y'all know how that go. All right, so back to this. I prepared myself for retirement. Both sets of my grandparents had land down here on the Gulf Coast in the great state of Alabama. So me as a child growing up in Milwaukee, I always saw how the living was down here, because we always came down here once or twice, sometimes 3 times a year, down here to Mobile, outside of Mobile. So I said, if you've seen the movie Forrest Gump, where Forrest bought the shrimping boat where Bubba was from, Biola Battery, Alabama. Yeah, I live right there. I live right there. I can drive 5 minutes to all the boats and the water. So my grandfather had, on my dad's side, had this piece of land. And then on my mother's side, my grandfather had land about 30 minutes, about 25 minutes from here, heading northwest. So it's nice over there too. But I went with the biblical principles of inheriting land, father to son. So land is passed down from the men to the men. So this is the borough side of it. And I try to stick to that. So 10 acres out here. I said, hey, I get on the land, I don't have to buy any land. So my father, he did the wishes of his father, and my grandfather left all of his children a piece of the land. I got my dad, he made sure that happened, and he gave me a piece of his. So he's right there, and he gave my sister way up there a piece up there. He gave me this piece down here, half an acre down here, which he also said I can have the other half where he put those trees at. He said the other half of the acre can be my front yard. So I really got an acre He don't come past the trees that he planted. So this acre is mine. All right. I said I don't want a house note. So I said I was gonna buy me a trailer, live in it, and build me a tiny home cash money. So when I moved here from Atlanta with my vision of finally living on a family land, I was sleeping out here in my semi truck. I was doing everything. I was like, my mother was like, you could come and stay over here. I'm like, nope. I said, I moved to Alabama to be on my own land. So I came on. One of my softball buddies, he was selling that trailer right there for a young lady who financed it for a guy over in Houma, Louisiana. And he walked away from it, and she didn't want her credit to be messed up. She just wanted somebody to take over the payments. So I just took over the payments. Yeah, that's the God I serve. So I just took over the payments, went on ahead and paid it off. And my uncle is an excellent mechanic and carpenter. So he started building the tiny home for me. Yeah, I got pictures of that too. I got a bunch of pictures of me just being out here. So, and then I don't live above my means and beyond my income. I narrowed down all of my vehicles to 2 vehicles. This 03 Suburban has 302,000 miles on it. And I have another vehicle that my companion is in right now, Toyota Sienna. It has 250 something thousand miles on it. So having paid for land, which was handed down, generational wealth, I had a paid for trailer, I have 2 paid for vehicles. I was setting myself up to like, okay, when I stop full-time employment and money earning, I want to be able to relax and chill like I am today. It's afternoon and I'm good. I got my Uber Eats app on, so I can chill right here at home and do some orders. And it's beautiful out here. I mean, it's beautiful out here. I'm not lacking anything. But yeah, let's go into the tiny home, because before tiny homes got popular, I was thinking tiny home. And so my tiny home, most of the stuff in here was given to me. Yeah, bookcase by a very generous few donors. Bookcase given, cabinet given, TV was given, this bookcase was given, that TV was given, this bed was given, and a bunch of those clothes were given to me, because the wealth is given, not earned. So yeah, this is my tiny home. I have everything in here: heat, air conditioning, all of my music that I enjoy, composing and producing, and it just, I sleep right there on it. That's plenty of room. So as you can see, yeah, there's plenty of room. 2 chairs. They got a bunch of clothes on them right now. Sit down on the spot and produce the music. A little refrigerator, and that's the tiny home spot. I like the look of the walls being raw material like that. I don't want to put up any drywall. I feel like I don't want to do any drywall. So I set myself up to retire so I could be available for my parents in their latter years. And I wanted to be freed up so I could travel. And I get out here and travel. I need minimal amount of income to live, and I have a lot of space. Yeah, it's 10 acres out here, and I help my dad maintain it, and I have a few other relatives who live on the land also. And so yeah, people come down here. I'll be selling things. If I sell some on Facebook Marketplace, and they come down here and say, "Man, this is beautiful." I say, "Yeah, that's what I thought a long time ago." That's a little rain barrel. That thing full of rainwater, so in case whatever happens, I could need some of that. And that's my exercise trail. Down there. I used to go down there. I don't go down there no more. But I keep that cut down. My uncle, he'll have me cut that down. That's the road, just the perimeter road of the land. And it goes back off in there. But yeah, I can utilize all this. And if it really came down to it, I have enough wood out here. Yeah, there's enough trees out here that I could easily get a few thousand dollars. Yeah, if I just started selling firewood. So yeah, there's plenty of resources out here. So yeah, people try to joke me, and some of these online people try to joke me. Hey, you live in a camper? Like, man, I live on Earth. I have a camper that's a shelter, and I have a tiny home that's a shelter. But I live on the entire creation, and I make sure I have shelter. Even if I'm sleeping in the van out on the road, or I'm sleeping in that Suburban on the road. Regardless, I'm doing it for it to make financial sense, and I have everything that I need. There's no slacking. So when a person say, "Man, everybody ain't able to retire like you did," yes, you are. You start thinking that way. When you start thinking that you can retire, that's when it's gonna happen. The Most High God gonna make it happen. So yeah, I'll keep talking about it. If you guys have any comments or whatever, just let me know. I used to live off the grid out here, so without the electricity and the water, but I eventually got both of those. So yeah, and I did that for 3 years. So yeah, I don't just come to you all with no nonsense. I give you some encouraging content, man. And I don't mind. I'm not scared to try a bunch of stuff. Some things I just ain't gonna do, but yeah, this right here, this was a vision I had as a child. So I'll get with you all later. I hope you all enjoy the content. Peace.